And now we move on to the next race, the Wyfold, with the Grasshopper-Club from Switzerland and the Colet Boat Club.
Attention! Go!
So another crew from Zurich, the famous Grasshopper-Club, both a football club and a rowing club in the city of Zurich. They're the crew on the left of the screen, closest to the tents there on the bank. And again, a fast starting Swiss crew, quite a heavy crew, an average weight of 13 stone 1, with 12 stone 4, the weight of the Colet Boat Club. The Colet Boat Club, hopefully correctly pronounced there, is in fact the St. Paul's Alumni Boat Club. The green boat is Grasshopper Zurich. A number of ex-junior internationals in this boat, and some of them came 9th in the Junior World Championships, and they're coached, interestingly, by Thomas Böhmer, who's the head coach of Germany's Paralympic team. So some good international experience against the Colet Boat Club, the local crew. Again, some junior representatives in that boat, and also some who've won at Henley Royal Regatta, including a winner of the PE last year.
Yeah, so the Swiss crew sitting out in the lead now. As John mentioned, some good rowing pedigree in that crew. So there were a couple of ex-juniors in here, ex-junior internationals. So we'd expect to see this quality of racing and rowing from this crew. They're looking very commanding out in the lead, with several lengths now over the Colet Boat Club.
And this is 2 races in a row where we've seen impressive performances from crews from Zurich. The Swiss are regular visitors to Henley Royal Regatta, not always with huge success, but 2 dominant performances from 2 different Zurich clubs, the Belvoir Club and the Grasshopper Club, putting in great performances here over local British opposition.
And we could see the umpire before holding up his white flag, flagging over to the Swiss crew to stay over in their station. Of course, it is against the rules to move into the centre, but it's incredibly difficult when the water is swirly and it's a bit windy. And especially without a coxswain. As we can see, these boats, these are 4s without coxswains. So generally the person in the stroke seat, the rower in the stroke seat there, we can't quite see in there, but he would have a steering shoe on his foot, so he's able to steer the boat using a rudder. You can see the little bar of the rudder, the T-bar of the rudder on the stern of the boat. And the person in the stroke seat generally in charge of the steering. So the umpire's flagging the Swiss crew down, and they have now corrected their steering back into the correct station over on the Bark side. But they are looking very comfortable now in the lead over the crew from the Colet Boat Club.
And Sarah, as an international rower who's competed in both coxed and coxless boats in your day representing Australia, I'm sure you'd agree with me that to have a coxswain in a boat is an enormous advantage, not just because they're normally more competent steerers than a lot of oarsmen, but just the intelligence and all of the qualities that a coxswain can bring to a crew.
And of course, ladies and gentlemen, this is a coxswain bringing you this insight, a former coxswain, John Volpe. But it is, I have to say, it does take a bit of a load off the athletes to have a coxswain in there who's able to be the brain for our brawn.
And we've seen it's been quite difficult in these gusty headwind conditions, not only the headwind requiring the extra effort of driving the boat into the wind, but it's been gusty down the course, and with the smaller boats and the coxless boats, they can get blown a little off course when a gust of wind comes up, and it takes a fair bit of skill and experience to manage those conditions well. And the Swiss are showing just that in their effort here in the Grasshopper Club crew. well out in front of Colet Boat Club in the Wyfold Challenge Cup.
Yes, and in the Swiss crew, in the bow seat, Joshua Mayer. In two-seat, Blankenberger. Lane 3, three-seat, Camber. And the stroke seat, Aloy Merkt. But they are looking very comfortable, sitting out in the lead. They're only young. In the bow seat, Joshua Mayer, he's 19 and 3 months. The stroke seat is only 18 and 2 months.
Yes, the Colet crew are slightly older and, as I mentioned, slightly lighter than the Swiss crew, but we're hoping that our rowing friends from Switzerland and Zurich in particular are enjoying this couple of races where we've seen great success for two Zurich clubs. Here it is, Grasshopper Zurich coming to the finish line in front of the grandstand now at the enclosures. The pressure's off because they're well and truly in the lead, taking it easy, preparing for tomorrow's race already. And Grasshopper Rowing Club from Zurich will win this race in the Wyfold Challenge Cup and proceed to tomorrow's racing ahead of the Colet Boat Club.
Comfortable win there to the Grasshopper Club from Switzerland over the Colet Boat Club. And the Colet Boat Club crossing the line, just being done by the Grasshopper Club of Switzerland.